Hello, everybody. Today is June 2nd, 2025, and it is roughly 11 a.m. my time in Michigan. And I'm really not going to say much more. I sat down to listen to the Lord, whatever He wanted to talk about. And I had just been speaking with Him about several things about my own personal life, but also the fact that I shared on my YouTube and my Facebook that in 2020, I think it was summer of 2022, that He had said to me midway, like Pearl Harbor, Russia, Swift. I assumed He meant that, and He said ships at one point. I assumed that He meant something in regards to that happening to America, but I assumed. I had no idea that He could even possibly mean that there could be a Pearl Harbor type situation happen in or unto Russia. Having said that, I shared that, like I said, it's on my YouTube community section of my page, my YouTube channel, and on my Facebook. Having said that, I came in here to sit down and see what He wanted to say about anything, assuming He would be talking to me about my life, because that's what we've been talking about, getting squared away. But it's not that. The Lord has something to say pertaining to prophecy, world event prophecy, which I never talked to Him really hardly ever about prophetic words pertaining to world events too much. I mean, it's been, like I said, years since we've really sat down and talked about anything like that. But this is what the Lord had said to me today regarding this international, what He calls international situations that are unfolding. Give me just a second to get the volume up, and I'm going to lay this right here. It's 2 short recordings, 2.5 minutes each, and then this video will be over. In the news, there will be something revealed where it pertains to Russia, and it will be revealed that Russia is the culprit to bring about a world power grab. But it's untrue. It'll rock the channels, inside and outside. It is unequivocally untrue. It will be used to facilitate international conflict, a false flag, one country with its insight brought forth against another with catastrophic consequences in international conflict, unequivocally untrue, and bring my word forth about it for revelation of my will and prayer purposes. It is an act of war in conscript. Is that what you said, God? Conscripted and brought forth in an attempt to maneuver beyond the initial conflict in the Ukraine? Or do you know I don't follow politics or news or world events? But I'm listening. In an initial blow to a world power comes a conscripted agenda facilitated by another world power with the intention of worldwide international conflict. I don't even know what some of these words are, God. Meaning, it'll reach tipping point and there's a blow. Did you say another or another two? Another few that will come forth? And it will be conscripted? I have to look up that word. It'll be intentional to pull down a white flag truce? Is that what you said? Where a way of peace was formerly purposed, it will fall through. A word that's true. Is that what you said, God? Okay. You said I'm on it. That was what he gave me. I'm still working through what that is from what I understand. Conscripted has something to do with like military. Let me see what that definition was because I looked that up. Give me just a second here. It's to enlist someone compulsorily, which when you click on that means in a way that is required as a rule, enforced, and typically into armed service. So it's speaking about the similar like synonyms to it are to call up, enlist, recruit, muster, draft, press, raise, and or enroll to military service compulsorily, it says. I don't use the word conscripted. So from my understanding as well, when he said another country's insight itself, the definition of insight, let's see. I'm going to put the definition. Is a capacity of someone's deep understanding of something. So there's, from what I understand, there's one country, and it could be like affiliations of more than one, but there's one world power that's there are things that are going to happen. A few more blows, he said, and it is going to be purported, because a false flag, it can mean that, like, it can be purported that your own country did something, but it also just means it's a false flag, which means a false nation, is false accusations of a nation. So there's something that's going to be purported that Russia has done this, that, or the other in some aspect. There will be a few more blows worldwide, he just said. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means it's going to go worldwide, because he said it's going to overtake the channels, meaning he said inside and out, which I believe means the news channels. But again, it's better for me to not read into it. Just let the Lord is going to be abroad. And it's for some sort of a power grab type situation between nations, with the purpose, the conscripted purpose of inciting worldwide international conflict. Again, not words that I use really ever. Only when he talks about things like this do strange words come together about world events through me. So more often than anything, he's having me speak about how can we be squared away with God in our lives. It's the priesthood I deal with. But I am what he called, and he's having me relay all of this right now. He just said, even this part, I'm a prophetic apostolic priest, according to what he has spoken over me, about me. And normally, as with like pastors and ministers that are ordained in this world, I'm ordained in man terms, if you will, the way that man ordains. But having said that, he is very emphatic that this is about walking out when I don't want to release these words, because sometimes I don't even know what they mean, but he is having me release these words because he said, I am the spirit of prophecy and I'm bringing forth my word and I want it released. And so as uncomfortable as that is for me to release these things, I'm bringing it forward because he has a need for that. So I'm slightly out of my normal waters with this. I pertain with him 9 times out of 10 about discipleship and how to be squared away with the Lord, priestly aspects, so that he can walk out his kingly authority in our lives and we can be in our right relationship with the Lord. But this is where he pulls up the prophetic. That's not just prophetic about that, sitting and listening to him about that and bringing forth. This is the prophetic that has to do with worldly affairs. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because he said this will be about 10 minutes long, and it's about 12. So I'm releasing this to you all to take it to the prayer closet, because he said, I want this released for revelation, which means he wants it revealed now on June 2nd, 2025. And he said as well, for prayer purposes. I don't know what that means. Speak to him, let him talk to you about what that means, but it's a preparatory period. I'm sorry, I'm listening, sir. It's an initial call to arms, initiate a call to arms, wherewith we come forward spiritually, and worldwide preparation for what will be upcoming events. That's it. And so I will leave that with you all today. We are under the Lord, as always. It is imperative that we stay listening to him and to heed what he's speaking to each and every one of us in whatever way that is. We have always been under the sovereign will of Jesus Christ. He's ruling and reigning high above all these principalities and powers that are posturing like cocks in a cockfight, if you will. And I just want to remind everyone of that he has been preparing us for quite some time internally with many, many prophetic words, many, many teachings from many people about their private words that he's given through the years. And again, this word did not give you a time frame. It is giving you a warning, with the Lord wanting to initiate prayer preparations for what he's calling a conscripted event of international warfare. And I'll leave it at that with you all. God bless you in Jesus' name.